we doing, guys? We're all about to die.
You said this would be a relaxing holiday.
I said it was going to be like a relaxing holiday. Times like this, we need to come together.
Quite a reunion, huh?
What a classic Thor adventure. Flick. Okay, we should go.
Thor Love and Thudner. Tickets on sale Monday.
Welcome back, everyone. Marvel just released a brand new Thor Love and Thudner trailer video. There's a bunch of new scenes, a bunch of new Easter eggs, so we'll break it all down. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. We're also doing a special giveaway during this video, too. Thanks to my friends at Bespoke Post who asked to sponsor this giveaway with some of their subscription boxes. So I'll be giving each of these different kits away. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and post all your predictions in the comments below. Bespoke Post is a monthly membership club that sends you really cool boxes of these top shelf goods. It's free to join and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. Each box has around $70 worth of goods inside, but costs you just a fraction of the value. You'll get the box assigned to you before it's shipped. You'll get a preview of what comes inside to decide if you like it, 1, or 2, you can swap it for a different box, or 3, you can actually skip the month entirely for no charge. You only pay for what you want. The boxes that they send you are themed based on your interest. For this giveaway, they sent me the Roast Kit, the Hibernation Kit, and the Weekender Kit. The big one here, the Weekender Kit, comes with this really cool heirloom level bag. This is actually pretty sweet. The Roast Kit is coffee roast themed. It comes with this cool coffee maker, a burr grinder, and a really cool packet of coffee. You seriously have no idea how much coffee it takes to make all these videos every day. They have many different kinds of boxes that you can select from for your subscription. To get 20% off your first box, click on the link in the description. I'll put it up on screen here. Or you can enter the code at checkout at bespokepost.com/emergency20. What I'll do is I'll name the 3 different giveaway winners from this in one of my next couple of videos, so be sure to enable alerts for that so you don't miss it. But in the new trailer, we get way more Guardians of the Galaxy footage explaining a little bit about what's going on with them early in the movie and what Thor has been doing this whole time, in addition to losing all that weight. He walks up to the battle, and I think we've decided this planet is a Centaurian planet, the blue race that Yondu comes from. His fin that he wore wasn't a genetic thing, that was a mechanical custom weapon that he wore. But Thor walks up to the battle wearing that same cloth draped over him that we saw when he was sitting under the tree that Korg is also near when he's narrating Thor's life story, the story of the Space Viking. In the background, when he's at that tree, you can actually see there are 2 other figures walking up to try and get him. Presumably, it's 2 of the other Guardians of the Galaxy asking him to come help everyone and join the battle. Like, please pull your weight. We're in the middle of a big problem here. Just more of him being really lazy, which is classic bro Thor, like you saw during Avengers Endgame. Out of the way, Lebowski. He walks up to the Guardians of the Galaxy all casual, like he's been meditating for a long time, just asking them how everything's going, but they're in the middle of fighting for their lives in this giant pitched battle with a group of aliens. Even Drax is yelling about how they're all going to die. Rocket yells at him, saying that this was supposed to be a relaxing vacation, as if somehow disaster follows Thor like white on rice. You see Star-Lord and the others get kind of sick of him. He unfurls that cloak to reveal his Thor Asgardian-themed Ravager's uniform. And they're just calling him Ravager's Thor in all the toys that they're selling for this. It's made to look like Eric Masterson's Thunderstrike Thor costume from the 80s, but he's got the gold boots from the classic Jack Kirby Thor costume, which he's actually wearing when you see the young Thor in the montage. He's got the World Tree looking version of the t-shirt from Big Trouble Little China. Like, it's a tank top t-shirt. It's designed to look like Kurt Russell's Big Trouble Little China t-shirt, but it is the World Tree design. You remember that Kurt Russell is also known as Ego the Living Planet in the MCU, Peter Quill's father. His belt buckle looks like it's also a World Tree themed design, and his jacket is a sleeveless Ravager's jacket. And even though we don't see it till later in the trailer, he's got that giant back tattoo that tells some of his story. He's probably got tattoos on other places of his body, but it seems like the back tattoo is the big thing. It's a little too blurry to see all the different things that he has written all over the place here, but you do see Loki's horns with R.I.P. Loki on it. You just wonder what the variant of Loki during the Loki series would think of something like that. Remember, his Loki died during Avengers Infinity War. The main version of Loki now from the Loki series is a variant splitting off from the original Avengers movie, so he didn't experience Ragnarok or any of that stuff, so there's a lot of memories that he's missing with Thor. He gets a couple of big costume changes during the movie, but all the Guardians of the Galaxy have also gotten costume upgrades too. You can actually see Peter Quill is now wearing Yondu's jacket, and there are some added details that look like the designs on the metal pieces are inspired by Ego the Living Planet's costume, like the same celestial designs that Ego had on his jacket. I think that's just meant to be him coming to terms with his father and everything that happened during Guardians 2. And the way they explain Thor at the beginning of the movie, like very beginning when all this funny stuff is happening, is that he has accepted that he is a real god. Like he's come to terms with his power, but he's confused about what he's supposed to be doing with it. Like, what do I do if I have so much power? Because at least he thinks that New Asgard is running itself, like Valkyrie is taking care of everything for him. But this gets into Gorr's whole thing, also the funny workout montage with him during the beginning of the movie losing all that weight. It looks like he's slowly worn out his welcome with the Guardians of the Galaxy. He's not pulling his weight, just being lazy. But it's all about Thor finding his true purpose in a cosmic sense, like becoming a more cosmic version of the character. The reason all these funny Thor scenes of him being super lazy, just being a drag on the Guardians of the Galaxy, is because Gorr wants to kill all the gods because he thinks that they're lazy and they don't care about their subjects. And I think around the time that Thor starts to realize that, like, oh yeah, you're kind of trying to get rid of me, that's when Valkyrie shows up to bring him back to New Asgard and Gorr winds up attacking. The scene of Valkyrie licking her sword is happening during the battle in Zeus's main chamber of the gods here during their meeting when Thor gets captured and flicked too hard, quote unquote, going full Monty in a Marvel movie.
And flick. Oh, flick too hard, damn it!
They had that funny moment in the other trailer where Valkyrie, Jane Foster, and Korg are all kind of waiting just a beat, just to joke about it. But later you do see Thor break free, whipping his chains around his weapons, and they're kind of using it as a Wonder Woman Greek gods reference too, because these are literally the MCU version of the Greek gods. Wonder Woman's mythology flows from the Greek gods. Him whipping the chains around with his cosmic god energy is just meant to look kind of like the lasso of truth. It seems like Jane Foster, the rest of them, come to help him in the fight, and Valkyrie then winds up cutting the hell out of Zeus's guards, because she and the weapon are both dripping in gold, which is what it seems like all of his guards are made of. Like there might be people underneath that armor, but at least their armor is gold. They might bleed gold too. Then there's a completely different scene of her tapping her sword on Jane Foster's Mjolnir hammer, like a makeshift fist bump, like they're bros now. In the movie, Tessa Thompson said that Valkyrie's kind of grown tired of being king, like she's getting bored with the day-to-day of everything, like it's not as fun as she thought that it would be. She really misses her sisters, the other Valkyrie that died when they were fighting Hela a long time ago. Then along comes Jane Foster Thor, so in the movie, she actually starts to feel like Jane Foster's Thor is a new sister of hers. If you haven't read the Mighty Thor arc, what winds up happening to Jane Foster's Thor character is that eventually she becomes one of the Valkyries, so that could potentially happen in the MCU. They have the funny scene of Thor talking about how they need to come together. It's probably him just trying to convince Valkyrie and Jane Foster to come with him to find Gorr, but this is happening inside the main hall at New Asgard where Valkyrie acts like king doing her day-to-day stuff. The joke being that he's kind of waiting in line to talk to her, just waiting his turn like everyone else in this room. But because he's got that brand new battle-looking armor, the blue gold armor upgrade, this would be after Gorr attacks New Asgard. I just posted a video for Miss Marvel Episode 1. They had an Avengers convention in-universe, like the very first one, as if it's going to be a big thing now. There was a Thor Love and Thudner Easter egg during that convention, so there's a person dressed in Wakandan garb handing out travel brochures for Wakanda, but he's also got travel brochures for New Asgard. Like there's a big banner here that reads New Asgard Tourism. We've seen in the trailer that New Asgard has embraced tourism, just trying to earn more money. There's a brand new scene of Gorr using the power of the Necro Sword while saying the universe would be better without God, so he's going to kill them all. They changed his character a little bit from the comics for the movie. He was still wronged by the gods in the movie, but I think they're going to alter it just a little bit. In the comics, his family died, and he learned that the gods of his people, which are completely different gods that we haven't seen before in the MCU, basically just let it happen. It was meant to be this senseless death, like, wait, you could have done something and you didn't because you're too lazy? He found the Necro Sword, then used it to kill his people's gods, and then went on his quest to kill all the gods of the universe. I did a Moon Knight deleted scene video. There was going to be a bunch of scenes referencing Gorr the God Butcher because two of the members of their pantheon, the Ennead, the Egyptian gods, were missing. It was going to be because Gorr had killed them. But like, for instance, Khonshu, the rest of his pantheon, would be on Gorr's shit list. He would be going after them. But during the trailer footage, you see Gorr go from just like this regular-looking alien to this Emperor Palpatine-looking figure. Like he slowly goes Emperor Palpatine with his body kind of wasting away throughout the movie. That's probably a side effect of the power of the Necro Sword. The other brand new thing that they've revealed are flashback scenes they're going to have in the movie of Thor and Jane Foster and what happened to them after the events of Thor the Dark World when he came back to be with her on Earth. You see scenes of them on the street, you see Thor looking at rings as if he's getting ready to propose to her, and this will explain why they eventually broke up, which they joked about during the events of Thor Ragnarok, like it had already happened when that movie took place. But Natalie Portman also confirmed a big comic book theory that a lot of people had when the first trailer dropped. She said that she starts the movie having this huge secret that she doesn't tell Thor right away, that she's basically dying of breast cancer, which is a big thing in the comics. in that every time she wields Mjolnir, it gets worse, like she dies a little bit quicker. The reason why Mjolnir causes her to die faster when she's wielding it is because its power basically just burns away all the chemo in her body. So the more she does as Mighty Thor, the faster she dies. But if you spotted any big Easter eggs in the new footage that I didn't talk about in the video, just write them below in the comments. In my Miss Marvel videos we'll post every week, my Miss Marvel Episode 1 link is down in the description below. Everyone click here for that brand new Marvel Thunderbolts movie announcement, really big deal, and click here for my brand new Black Adam trailer video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.